Capricorn, and welcome to your December 2015 tarot reading. This month I am working with the crystals of aquamarine. You can see before you 4 beautifully tumbled aquamarine stones. Now, aquamarine is a variety of the beryl family, and beryl is the talismanic or the mystic birthstone of December. It's actually for the end of November through December. So it is also representative of Sagittarius. And Sagittarius represents balance, moderation, and clarity, much like aquamarine. So if you are interested in learning more about aquamarine, please check out the description below. I will link a website, I will link a video that I have made about aquamarine. This month I have made a few videos, each about a different type of crystal and its uses and purposes. So if you are interested, like I said, in learning more about aquamarine, you can watch that quick video and get a good idea of what it can be used for. Okay, so this month I am also using my chrysalis deck. And this is what the back of the deck looks like. I thought it was fitting because this deck also makes me, it gives me a feeling of balance and clarity. So I thought it was very fitting for that, since I am trying to resonate with the aquamarine stone for this reading. The cards, this is like more of a new age deck, so the cards may have different names that you're unfamiliar with, but I will explain in detail as I do the interpretations. So for the first week you have Ariand. For the second week you have the 3 of Spirals. For the third week you have the 10 of Spirals. And for the last week you have Alpi. Okay, so I'm sure you're like, what is all that? But for the first week, back to it, Ariand is death. I'm sure you're familiar with the death card, and it is in its reversed position. So simply what this is meaning is that there's some kind of change going on, or maybe something needs to change in your life in this first week. But you are kind of unmoving. You don't want to change. You're unwilling to move forward. You may be holding on to the past. That's a possibility. You may be thinking too much about the past, not wanting to let go. But my advice to you is, just reconsider things and try to make, if something really has to change, then it's going to change whether you're willing or not, whether you're happy about it or not. So if that is the case, then try to look at things from all angles and move forward slowly. Slow and steady, right? Wins the race. So yeah, change can be difficult. And moving on from the past can be difficult. But this is a time where we're going to have to face our fear of what is new. And we're going to have to move on. For the second week, you have the 3 of Spirals in reverse. Now, spirals is the same thing as wands. So this is really the 3 of Wands in reverse. So in the second week, you may be dealing, this may be yourself or this may be somebody else projecting this stuff on you, but when I see the 3 of Wands in reverse, I think of pipe dreams. So, or somebody with their head up in the clouds and you got to bring them back down. Not that dreaming isn't great, but if this is the case, you don't want to be wasting your effort. You don't want to be putting all this time and energy into something that is most likely going to fail because it doesn't have realistic expectations. And a good way to tell if you have an unrealistic expectation is just to share it with somebody and share, well, maybe share it with more than one person and see if other people would get on board with it. Because if people aren't cooperating with your plans or your ideas, or if you're not cooperating with somebody else's plans or ideas, then most likely, you know, they don't think that it's likely to succeed. So there's some kind of planning or goals going on here in the second week that, you know, it may just, you know, all go up in smoke. Now, another interpretation of this card could just, you know, be delays. You may be waiting on something to come in. It could be something as small as you ordered something and you're waiting for something to come into the mail and there's a delay. You may be waiting for something big. This could be a, you know, some kind of big financial return, or a phone call from somebody that, you know, this phone call may change your life. So, you know, if that's the case, if you're waiting on something, it may be delayed. I can't say that it won't come, but expect delays. And, you know, the last interpretation that I can give from the Three of Spirals is that you may be afraid to pursue your dreams. You know, you have the people who dream too much and dream too big, but then you have the people that are afraid to dream at all because they have doubts and they have fear of failure. They don't want to be disappointed. So if you find yourself being afraid to dream, just remind yourself it's okay to dream. It's okay to fail. You know, you have to start somewhere. And, you know, like I said, if you want to keep your dreams in a realistic perspective, your goals, you don't want to set them so high that you're bound to fail every time, but you don't want to go to the total opposite extreme and be afraid to dream at all. So try to live in some moderation there in the second week. For the third week, you have the Ten of Spirals. So again, this is Wands. So this is the Ten of Wands. And when I see this card, I think too much responsibility. So this is the week where you got 20 different things going on, and it's really, it's too burdensome for you or for one person to do on their own, but you are doing it and you're holding it together. You may need to ask, you know, other people for some help. And you may be pushing too hard or trying too hard to accomplish something. So I do sense, you know, perhaps some frustration in this third week just from all the things that you have on your plate, and maybe the lack of help that you have. Maybe, you know, the fact that you have these certain goals and you may think that it's not a whole lot to ask for, but to get it done, it's like pulling teeth. And for the last week, you have Elpie. Elpie is the Star. So great card to end the month with. The Star is hope. It's renewal. It's recovery. So, you know, you're just going to be, like, if you do celebrate the holidays in December, this is a great card to get. This is a happy card, a time to feel tranquil. You're going to have relief from those burdens that you had the week before. You know, you're taking a break from everything from the week before, and you're really enjoying yourself in this last week. And also, the Star is it represents a great outlook for the future. So you are definitely turning the new page into the new year with a great attitude and a lot to look forward to. So that's always wonderful, Aquarius. Or I'm sorry, Capricorn. I'm thinking Aquarius because the Star represents Aquarius. So that is your reading in its entirety, Capricorn. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, please click that like button and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I do this every month. And if you are interested in a personal reading or consultation from myself, I do offer those. Just please visit my website. It's in the description below, and I will talk to you all next month. Bye-bye.